There are these secret millionaires out there, and you know them. You just don't know who they are. And typically, they live in your neighborhood or they live in your parents' neighborhood. And sometimes they'll want a mortgage to buy a house, to a second home, maybe a smaller home, larger home, sometimes a refinance. A lot of times they're helping their kids. And for reference, I'm a loan officer. I help people get mortgages. And this group will be typically between the age of 40 and 60. Most people below 40 can't acquire that millionaire wealth, and sometimes they're a little older. And I'm not talking about the millionaires that have, I don't know, 15 plus million in assets. I'm talking about the people that maybe have $1 to $2 million of real estate, $1 to $3 million of real estate, and $2 to $8 million of assets that they've managed to acquire. And what's interesting is these people approach getting mortgages very differently because they're not looking to get the fastest approval. What they want is they want someone that they can talk to, someone they can explain their situation to, somebody who can cater a loan to what's going on in their lives. They're stable people. Typically, they've been in long-term marriages, and that's how they've acquired their wealth. Divorce can kind of ruin your finances. Typically, their kids, most of them are out of college. Sometimes they had the kids late and they're in high school or going into college, but that I think is more rare. And when we do the application, pretty much everything they tell me, it's less. Like if I say, well, how much is in that brokerage account? And they'll say, I don't know, between 1 and 2 million. And then I'll find out it's 2.8 million. Or they'll tell me, I'll say, what's your house worth? And they'll say, between 1 and 1.5. And I find out it's worth 1.8. They always kind of average down because they don't want to put their wealth out there. And our mortgage system doesn't cater to them. Our mortgage system basically is, let's get you an approval, shuffle you through the process. These people don't want to be shuffled. They want to do a slow, methodical process. They want to get the best deal for their situation. They want to talk to somebody that they feel like there's some type of connection. Their whole careers and their lives have been based on relationships. So if they don't have a connection right now, and many times they don't because the last time they got a mortgage was 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and they did do that off with a one-on-one situation, and now it's all online, and it's kind of weird for people that are not used to that. But it's funny that the mortgage industry has no space for these people because there's a lot of them. They're all over the place. And I deal with them on a regular basis, and they're great clients. But we have a whole industry that just really doesn't cater to them.